If you had a job, you were settled, you were comfortable, and you were secure, and that's the way most people at the time felt like a job in Cammell Lairds treated them. You were able to, in certain circumstances, buy your own house, go on holidays, that sort of thing on a regular basis, you know. That was life.
Cammell Lairds has been savagely cutting back the workforce. The management says it's the only way to guarantee the future of the yard. And earlier this year it became clear that most workers there were going to accept what was on offer. The hope was that by cutting back and accepting a new pay and productivity deal, the yard would win an order for a new Type 22 destroyer.
In 1983, we had whispers that they were talking about denationalising British shipbuilders. We'd had a leaked document given to us. The document was about tobacco workers' dispute at the time, when they were talking about closing British American tobacco down in Liverpool. There was an extract from it which said something like, and Liverpool as a shipbuilding closure area would qualify for something like £65 million of European aid. Well, we knew right away that there's only one shipbuilding area they could be talking about on Merseyside, which was Cammell Lairds. It went to national, and they agreed to hold a ballot amongst all the members throughout British shipbuilders. And the decision was by 93% of the workforce to strike immediately after the Christmas period in 1983. When it come to a situation where both sides weren't moving, we escalated the situation and decided to picket the Type 42 destroyer.
We're on the Mersey to visit a group of men who seem to have taken on a mission impossible. They're taking on the government, they're taking on British shipbuilders, they're taking on the courts, they're even taking on some of their workmates in an effort to keep their jobs. They're sitting in behind me on a gas rig and on a new destroyer. They've got enough food and drink for a month and they're not going to move.
During the dispute, obviously, we were still having talks with management, and it's well documented anyway that at one time we did reach a settlement, or we thought we'd reached a settlement to end the strike, but it was because of an intervention of a full-time official off the CSEU that scuppered the law.
A 40-strong occupation force was given until midnight on Sunday by the courts to quit the yard or face arrest and a month in jail. They'd begun their 14-week sit-in in protest at redundancies.
We never ever thought, because of the solidarity, that we would lose or we would back off. We always thought that no matter what happened, we had the backing of all trade unions behind us, because purely and simply we were carrying out their mandate, the CSEU's mandate at national level.
The 24 men taken from the yard this afternoon are now here at Mortimer Street Police Station in Birkenhead. Officers moved into the yard on Monday at around 9 o'clock. They immediately arrested about 12 men, most of whom had been occupying the warship HMS Edinburgh. They then, for the next 60 hours, played a waiting game. Then this afternoon, at around 4:30, they boarded the gas rig and they shouted up to the men. They said, either you come down or we're coming up to get you. The men held a rather fast meeting and decided that they were coming out. As they were all named in court, they're all going to go directly to jail.
Within a day or two of getting in Walton Jail, we were all summoned to the chapel there. We were met by the governor to offer us freedom, provided we purged our contempt. Now, we addressed everyone, and the general consensus was, well, unanimous it was, we're not going, and we're not going to purge our contempt. Why do I keep it on? Because they were wrong, and I felt the wrong was done, and I felt the wrong needs changing. I feel that all those people who sacrificed everything need something that they can say, well, you know, thank God it was worth it. Because at present, there's not a lot you can say about that dispute that they could say was worth it. When does it end? When I get the answers. When we get compensation for the lads who were robbed of the redundancy pay and the pension rights. That's when it ends.